Hello, you boys, girls, the tech line train. What happened last time was the USJ thing happened. Izuku managed to subdue the Nomu with change-ring acid, which apparently the younger ones have more potent acid as kind of a self-defense, but the adults learn how to dilute it because the younglings always kind of burn their throats a little bit because they're pretty much immune but not fully. Alright, right now Izuku and Bako are walking through the forest to a specific area to meet with Hizashi. So, we're almost there? Yeah. I think this is the place. I don't know, Lachu or some of that shit. Anyways. Oi, nuts! You don't have to call me that. So, did you bring it? No. We had a deal. I don't care. The safety of the entire dragon species comes above all else. Bringing it here would be stupid. But however, I will make another deal with you. I know you're gonna keep it. Because, if I don't, you have the right to kill me. And on my person is a map to the hidden world. Okay? Wait, hold on. He just said he's allowing me to kill him. So what's preventing us from, just jumping your ass and taking the map? The fact that I'll kick both of your asses surprisingly easily. Even though apparently both of you are very strong. Yes, I'm sorry. The four of you. You do realize I speak Dragonese. See, it's catching on. No, it isn't. It's just a name or a placeholder. It's actually going to be called Dragonese. Anyways, not the point. So, how exactly am I supposed to get the right to have the wildebeest egg back? Well, you'll have to kick my ass. Shouldn't be too hard. Without weapons. Simple hand-to-hand combat. Fisticuffs. No offense, I can take down a Gronkle easily. You'll be light work. Yeah, thing is, I can take down a monstrous nightmare with my bare hands. Oh, no, wait, you too? Without the hand trick. Or the scratching trick. Fair enough. To be fair, I have to close their goddamn maws, so then they burn themselves, and then grab their horns and shove it to the ground. Yeah, believe it or not, that's actually very calming. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, it's really nice, just it's... When that happens, the ground is surprisingly comfy. Wait, hold on. Oh, right, the fighting. Oh, yeah, sorry. So, how do we do this? On the mark of 3, when I let out an explosion. As before that happens, Bako brings out a few bags of popcorn. Pre-popped, I might add. Just so there's no confusion. And one unpopped, because he wants to see whether or not they can pop popcorn. The dragons, I mean. I guess yin and yang. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go! As Izuku is immediately on the run. When I say that, I mean he rushes towards Hizashi. As Hizashi simply jumps over him and knocking his head to the ground. Oh! As Izuku kicks him in the gut. While he's still holding on to Izuku's head. Ha! Kiss my ass! Ah. As Izuku sees Hizashi, right in front of him, as he dodges barely. As Hizashi proceeds to let out a burst of fire from his mouth. Holy crap, now I see where I get it from. As Hizashi decks Izuku in the schnoz. As once Izuku looks at Hizashi, something's different with both of them. You see, Hizashi isn't fighting his son; he's fighting a threat. And Izuku, he's gonna fight for his life. Now, I'm pretty sure I forgot to mention this about Izuku's quirk, but it's hyperactivity. It responds to his body's stress levels, and assesses the situation based on the information in his head. You see, along with Izuku evolving, like his body physically, his quirk has evolved too, to the point where it can unlock quirk genes and basically temporarily give Izuku new quirks, like a strength quirk, the fire breathing thing, that stuff. Alright, also, something such as mental distress can set off Izuku's quirk. And right now, Izuku's worried. When I say worried, I'm not talking about for himself. I mean, he doesn't really care what happens to him. He views his life as nothing more than collateral damage. Doesn't matter as long as someone else is helped. Which he's focused that onto his family. Yin, Yang, dragons. Hell, even Bakugo at this point. You see, that bewildebeest egg bonded with Izuku to the point where he could actually say that he had a friend. Not a family member, a friend. Family is people who care about each other, who... Never mind. But the egg didn't really care about Izuku yet. And Izuku didn't really care about it all that much. The only thing that he really cared about was it being a dragon. And that's no basis for being a family member. They only bonded over their shared love of dragons. The wildebeest egg because it's their species. And Izuku because, in a way, the dragon saved him. Despite them trying to kill him basically 24/7. But back in the present, Izuku's eyes are turning a bloodshot red. His brain is racing 100 miles per hour. Not really that, but time is slowing for him. And before he knows it, he moves. Nothing is off. He's perfectly balanced. And when Hizashi goes for a strike, Izuku dislocates his shoulder and whips it around, smacking Hizashi in the face. Izuku quickly pops it back in and uppercuts him. The difference between Hizashi and Izuku are very clear. Hisashi's clear-minded. He chose this job because he felt obligated to. He would love nothing more than to just stay with his family, stay with Izuku, stay with Inko, have a normal life. Maybe if he did, Izuku wouldn't be like this. Maybe he wouldn't have felt like he was nothing. Maybe Izuku would have loved to live with humans. And hell, maybe Hizashi could even introduce him to the world of dragons. The biggest part of Izuku's life could have been introduced to him in such an amazing way. Honestly, when Izuku first arrived there, he was horrified of dragons. He basically ran for his life, even at the sight of a little terror. But what really changed his mind was when he only had one fish left, and he gave it to a terrible terror that approached him. Honestly, Izuku could see its rib cage. I mean, after all, one day without food wouldn't kill him. And after he fed that little terror, a single fish, he actually made a friend. The little terror was unbelievably loyal until the day that it died. Against a monstrous nightmare. which was the first dragon Izuku ever killed. It had honestly just been like 3 weeks since he met the Little Terror. Izuku had a lot of dragons since he learned that not all dragons were that bad. In fact, he thought all of them were pretty nice, until he met a monstrous nightmare. He'd been observing it from a distance, noting its behavior, and, well, he got a little too close. The monstrous nightmare was a deep sea blue. It had scars all over its body. And when it saw Izuku, it was horrified. No, terrified of him. A child, something so small that could easily kill with a simple breath. It looked horrified to see him. And Izuku would have died there. Right there. His life would have ended. If it hadn't been for his friend, the Little Terror. It had knocked the monstrous nightmare's maw away from Izuku. And as the monstrous nightmare clawed at it, it died on the spot, tearing its little head off. At that moment, Izuku felt a blinding rage. And that's when his quirk took over. For the first time, he wanted to survive. He needed to survive. In order to do that, he needed to kill the monstrous nightmare. He hadn't felt anything afterwards, only sadness. There were 2 needless deaths. And that brings us to the present. Right now, Izuku's quirk isn't controlling him. Izuku's doing everything. Every single twitch, every movement is under his control. And Izuku tries to grab at Hisashi's throat, trying to claw at it. But he's swiftly knocked out. What? He wasn't gonna kill me. I'm his father.
Oh, yeah. Izuku's first ever kill. Oh boy, that was awesome. Well, from what I've heard. All I remember is him seeing only red, and as soon as he regained consciousness, the monstrous nightmare was killed.
So he was actually gonna kill me. Only in mental distress. What could he be stressed out about? I know my own son. He wouldn't do that. No.
But I said, it's like Ian said. Izuku cares more about his family than his own life. And he doesn't see you as a part of it. Not ever since you left Inko. Not ever since you left Auntie.
I didn't leave her. I was forced into it. I would love nothing more than to stay here, to be with my family.
That's something that you two have in common, then. Probably the only difference besides your gender and hair.
No. I would not have my son needlessly throw away his life.
Like you did? I mean, face it. Deku's seen more action than you have.
No, he hasn't.
Did you kill a Gigantamax
sea dragon or whatever it's called. No.
Well, Deku did.
How did he even do that?
I see he plugged up the castles that were inside of a dragon's throat. You see, when it tried to shoot out fire, it couldn't. So it tried, and then boom, guts everywhere.
He went through that?
Oh yeah, after it ate some of his friends. I mean, family. I'm sorry, Yin. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
For so long, I've missed his life. Every day, I kind of resented the dragons, for all of this. Missing out on his first words, playing with him when he was younger. Hell, even just having an idle chat with him would be amazing. Something that didn't include dragons, like what he likes, his future plans, his dislikes, that thing. I didn't want him to have this job. That's why I made it so difficult. When I had to do nothing for it.
You see, Deku's prepared. You weren't. You only had friends. Deku has a family.
And that's where we leave it off. Later, everyone.